Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. It's Sunday night and it's TT time, but it's also Formula One time, I believe. Good evening, Az, Lee, Hayden, Dorian. Oh, who's on the Twitch? 3 viewers on the Twitch. Probably the same sort of guys. So Ferrari 1-2, lots of stuff. 10-second penalty for Max, or is that 10-second penalty? 10 seconds back to Max. Don't know. Sounds like a good one. We tonight are doing the time trials, as you can see on the screen. We're gold with the BMW, which I think we need to go and check to see if there's one available. Because not great for JB to go and skin. I mean, not be able to use it because I've put a engine swap in it. I could potentially go and still use it, can't I? I can put the skin on. Might as well do that and show people. Might as well. Been quite a Sunday. Haven't done a lot. Been not quite a Sunday. It's been a quiet day. Supposed to do the garden today, but we went shopping. It was just too long shopping. Clocks changed, didn't they? Extra hour in bed turned into a midday. Often get a midday in, but we need it, obviously. We're tired. We've been tired. And then this afternoon, I've watched Beard versus Food. Beard meets food on the internet all day. On the YouTube. Load style, not save style. Current car. Come on. Come on. One down to collection. I think I need to create some more space. There we go. This is the JB skin, but I can't use the car. Well, that's different, isn't it? That's different for a Widdowmaker skin. That parallel line, that line, the black line that goes all the way around the car, changes the shape. Look at that. How tight is that? There's going to be a little thing. Cat got you up at 5:30 this morning. It's like it knew it wanted that extra hour. And you guys were trying, well, you weren't, Lee, because you went to bed early. But these guys were trying to talk me into that extra hour last night, a little bit. An interesting little addition. We can put the rear on, can't we? Because we're not meeting a bop. Go rear wing. It's all right, isn't it? It's a bit retro. I kind of think the lines at the back were kind of a homage to the BMW slashes by the looks of it. And then you got the BMW emblem on the bonnet kind of thing, with a Widdowmaker twist on it. There you go, the M3 slash there at the back. Quite tidy. A quick skin he called it. Which is absolutely fine. I like that. Can't use it though, unfortunately. I like that. So, we're already gold at the one that's going out. Az was up at 5 AM fishing. What time? What season are you in for fishing, Az? Is there a season about to finish? Or does it go all the way through the winter? Because I guess it's like spawning season in the spring, isn't it? So, I don't know whether it's just the cold or the temperature that keeps the way I get. So we're going to do the Aston Martin. Well, let's have a look at where we are. Gold is 159.17. It's Jeddah as well that's top of the tree, look, and he's only just inside, and we're 898. So we might have to do a little bit more on that. We might have to. Shame we haven't got our own car. So we're going to start with the Aston at Interlagos. Are we going to start with the rented car? Well, haven't we? Like in white. Horrible, probably horrible. Only got 820 horses. Settings, assist, stretch control 1, default ABS. We're going to turn ASM off because we had that on for yesterday. Counter steer on strong. That's where we're going to start. Where are we on the times? Oh, in December at the top of the tree. Cavs 90. Hayden's there. Hayden's in the chat. Hi, Hayden. Space Cow, Mickey, Rob. All the way down to Triple, and Bishop's there. Mr. Schechter's there. Froggy's in 10. River have 2 months, 16th of March to 16th of June. Okay. 128.164. They're down to 20th place, and that's where we're going to attempt to beat. Let's see what we can do, eh? Few people in there. Gubb's in, Ollie's in, Big Popper, 420. Where's Az? I don't see Az. Az not playing. Az not playing. Az not playing. Okay, let's see where we go then. See what this thing's like. Oh. I've gone ABS default. But let's see what it's like. We like Interlagos as a circuit. Just got to find out where that breaking point is, whether it's the 75 or the 100. Gotta get this thing to turn. Not had a go on this. Okay. I say I like Interlagos. It's a good circuit, but it's got a couple of complications in it. Some of this circuit is extremely forgiving, and you can cut quite a lot of it. And I feel you can probably go that little bit faster around the corners. Got very light under brakes then. .28 something, wasn't it? Oh my god, we're miles away. Locks up. I think we need to have an adjust on the what's it called? Brake balance. Bronze. That probably needs to go to weak. Probably. We'll see. 5.47. Interesting. Yeah, Ghost is fine where it is. Don't think that was a bad first lap though. If we're talking about putting effort in, and locks up a lot, doesn't it? It locks up a fair whack. Got a long way to go. No Ghost. No Ghost. Somebody's told me I shouldn't really worry about not having a Ghost because it will come back if I just hit the buttons. It doesn't ever do. It's a bug. If you don't exit out, it doesn't come back. TC2 is your advice. Did so many laps. Oh, okay. Okay. Happy days. We'll see where we go. Pick a grey one this time. T2. Interesting to have somebody else recommending to use PC. Usually the echoes in the head say, don't use TC, don't use any assists. But we find they work for us. I'm not gonna slave away trying to do more and more hours to make this thing work. There's the ghost. Definitely TC2, I think. That thing wobbles all over the place, doesn't it? Then I have wobble. I don't know where I'm going to find the time here. Unless it's a coaster. And I need to learn to let it coast a bit. So I need to arrive at the corner much higher speed. Let it coast through. Well, we know we've got a massive wobble at the start of this, don't we? $29 something. Front wheels were sliding like mad then. $29,134. Come on, you fighter. On the 100. Nope, we lost that then racing this ghost, not keeping up with the far one. Lost the front end. Much slower at certain points, but we're hopefully going to be a 128, which means we're less than 2 seconds away. This one is a pusher though, isn't it? It's a challenge. Wowzers. .128, 3 on the way, maybe. So only then, why are we half a second away? Maybe. Blown it. Okay, let's go on 128.305. Gonna have a look. 3.16%, so we're very close already. 128.164, so we're 0.135, less than a quarter of a second. So probably time to progress to the new car. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens when we migrate over. Not that that was it. We could probably do that with the rental. In all fairness, but racing softs it needs. Softs. That is with softs. That grip. Wow, that's terrible, isn't it? That's absolutely terrible. So. Anything 127 should be good for gold. Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm only what? 0.14 away. 0.14, yeah. Yeah, and then whether we've... Oh, I've not done it, have I? I've not loaded the Ghost. We actually earned mileage for that. 28.305. So just got to beat this bad boy by a couple of ticks and we're there. DC2 will do it. Yeah. I heard you. I like to try and do it on my own until I start taking guidance, but I appreciate it, pal. Thank you. The idea is to demonstrate to people that it can be done with a method, and we follow the same method every time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it wouldn't be right just to go blasting in with the nose right from day one. Like to have a bit of a work up, learn the car a bit, work it out. And when we run out of steam, we'll go to the advice. Future-proof. That's a good expression. Yeah, it's a bit of a risk. It has been nowadays. That's why the BMW one's a bit close. I don't know whether Jed is going to go back and push that a little bit. Front end locks up there big time. I don't know if we can change the wheels on this. I haven't tried yet. Give us a bit more width. We also don't know what kind of changes JB made on some of the settings when he did delivery, whether he changed anything that's come through to the car from the rental or not. Missed the apex there. The rental feels better. Might change back to the rental. But I know Hayden's up in the top 5, so his advice has got to be sound. Back to the rental. Or we go and change things like tyres and wheels. If this thing can handle a little bit of that. Let's see. I don't know what JB's just put wheels on for aesthetics, and I don't know whether they're the same standard wheel or what. I don't know how much of a change it makes to the car. So they're the standard wheels. They come on a 19. There's no width or anything. So what wheels are on there now? They're on them now, and they come in a 19, no width, no extra. Is there any other wheel that comes with a bit of Uvavu attached? They're all just standard. There's no change to make then. No extra width, is there? Look like anything comes in an extra size. No. Can't see anything that... Nothing in a smaller rim. 19s and 20s. Do a bit of searching, I guess. Oh, there's a 20. Yeah, nothing. Nothing X in the wide. No, so nothing to change. So we'll go back to the rental. If there's nothing more on here, we put everything in. Yeah, there's nothing to add, is there? Light bulbs. Back to the rental. Back to the rental. Rental feels better. Then we'll give it a bit of TC2 then. See if we can take out that back end fishtailing. Gives us a bit of reliance to go back into on the we can just plant the throttle and let it go. Good evening, Sethanon. Welcome. Settings. Open 128.305. I don't think there's anything else. Persists. ABS weak seems to work. Go. Did it go TC2? I didn't. Feels like I can almost bury the throttle and forget about it. Had to lift there though. Slowed down way too much there. That lap I did there was pretty hot. Getting around that corner was pretty spot on, wasn't it? Lost the front end. Has he blasted? Oh, Sam's done really well then. He was on it yesterday. I know he said it. He was on it Friday. He put in a decent lap there. Pretty close together up there. There's not that much of a gap. On his channel, good. I'm glad he's doing that. I'm glad he started out. I lost it under brakes there. So what I'm struggling with at the minute is just finding the pace into the corners. I'm probably braking just a little bit too late. But I need the car to carry its own weight round the corner and not for me to be sliding it through the corner, because that's what's happening at the minute. I short shifted there, which was obviously the wrong thing to do. You rev it out then. And cut a little bit more on that apex. Just got a little bit out of sorts. I touched the right wheel on the grass. Likes to coast. You've got to find that coast, look. Lost all that time there. I found the way to do it. I found the way. Just got to make it happen. Get it into the corner and let it roll round. That's what it wants to do. Yeah, and I let it drop off on that corner. I just didn't get it to turn enough. .127 would be nice. Don't know if that'll be safe. That should easily be a 27. Let it rev out. That little bit going up the hill. We're losing out marginally to the Ghost. But 27.9's in. Hey Mr. Scampy, welcome. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're well. Hope the job and the family are fine. Only talking about you the other day, wondering how you were getting on. Oh my word, you can run out quite a way there, can't you? To help with that radius, that line, that turn. A little bit behind here, but that TC2 is a big help, Hayden. Just gives me that confidence to plant the throttle and let it go. My hands are hurting. Wow. What was that, half an hour-ish? Not too bad, was it? It's early days yet. I know we're only less than a week into the test, but time for it to move yet, I'd suggest. But easy goal. We can now move on to the ice track. See if we can find a way to get that going. Excellent, great to hear it, mate. Olive, welcome. Hope you're doing well, my friend. It's the night of the old friends return. Some people haven't been around for a couple of weeks. Great to see you all. Oh, I bet. I bet. Life moves on, my friend. Different priorities, different times. The way it is. It's good. It's good to have you around. Good to know you're still well. 127.796 optimal. We're there. Getting back into it. Absolutely. So where does that put us? 15th. So we're in just above Ollie. Where's Olive? Olive hasn't. Olive. No, not seeing an Olive. Not seeing an Olive. But we're on our way. Probably come back to that a little later. Good. Glad to hear it, Olive. Glad to hear it. So 3,175th. Okay, now we've got the gold and we're gonna just think about other things. Because that worried me slightly that we wouldn't actually get that close to gold. We're a quarter of a second inside. So that would have to move by 0.2. One would suggest that could he get it down to 25.2 maybe? You've got a 129. Okay, just inside silver. Okay, that's not too bad. Traction control 2, I've been told, works. Okay, we've got 4 days left on this one. Where are we? Have a look when we get in. 139.385. It looks like it's moved again. Yeah, the BMW, I need to buy one of those to improve my time. I'm less than a tenth away. We are, oh my word. He's moved, I'm 0.8 of a second. I've got to beat my Ghost. 1,138th. Sam is the top there. Look, he has moved it on. I think he was a 138.3 last time I saw that. So 137.6 is decent. 137.6. Look, that puts him front page. Look, he's 21st. That's tremendous. Well done, Sam. If he's starting to make the venture on his YouTube channel, folks, can I ask you to go and support him? He's at Big and Bold. I think it's Big and Bold, isn't it? I think that's what it's at. That's what it's called. Let me find him. Put a link in there. If Sam's going to make a good effort at this and go his own way and do his own YouTube channel, I'm 100% sure you guys will go and support him. There he is. We'll put the link in. We need to get him on his way the best you can. If you fancy following Sam, that's his link to YouTube. Do give him some support whilst he's putting the effort in and doing his thing. Assuming he needs to get 4,000 hours of viewing. I'm pretty sure he'll be on his way pretty quickly. Please do support him on his way. Okay, let's put our go setting on. Our fastest lap is 1:46.16. Was that right? Our fastest lap? Yeah, our fastest lap's a 1:40. Have to do better than that, won't we? Why did that not save? Not got a save of our best lap. Good on you, Scamster. Now, I've just jumped on here a little bit prematurely. What we need is to take all the help aids off, including ABS. Traction control off, ABS off, counter steer off, even though I find it easier to drive with counter steer on. And that's why. It doesn't turn, does it? With ABS the way it is. Turn the ABS back on. Can't get that feel for it. Sam used counter steer, did he? Okay. Well, I find it easier with counter steer, but I was just going off what we said the other night, so if he's changed his plan, happy days. Counter steer helps me tremendously, and I tried it the other day and I was away from my time massively. Now what I've discovered is with the wheels rolling, not accelerating, rolling, the car goes through the braking process much better when you're sideways. Sam's a way better driver than me, technically. He finds speed where I don't know where it is. And I have to go through this process of learning. It doesn't matter what somebody else tells me or teaches me, I have to go through this process. It's just the way my brain works. I could go and watch that lap, I could never recreate it. Okay, yeah, appreciate that. We've been doing this for 3 or 4 days now. And I was just going off what he said on Friday night before the stream, so. Like I say, I can watch people's laps, but I can never go and recreate them. I don't have that ability to imitate. I've got to do it and find it and feel it. Now you've got to follow this inside wall all the way down and round the hill. The closer you can get to this, the faster you can be. Just lost the run up there, haven't we? Little dab of the brakes helped the car turn when it caught. Getting there. Just outside our best. It'll slow out of there. So I'm trying to work out the best way to describe how this thing goes quicker through the corners. Got to keep it facing in the direction of travel, or at least some lean towards which way you're going. What it really benefits from is when you're braking, not having any power, because it will slow down much quicker. And you get traction somehow by not accelerating the wheels. You only want to be throttling when you're going out of the corner. Bizarrely enough, the car wants to go round the corner when it's off the power and off the brakes, when you're sliding sideways. So the big sideways slide here, just got to find the point where you get the traction and the drive, and then throw the car in. Fifth gear has a real tendency to bog down. I tried to let it to ease around that corner then. Just losing it there, aren't we? Just outside. It does all start this lap with getting this first corner right. Are we going to dip inside the 39s? We are. Got a bit of a half a second to go. But all that time was made up in the second half of the circuit and not the first. We made that time up sliding into the tight chicane hairpin complex kind of thing. .39.5 optimal isn't quite there yet, but you've got to feel the way this run in here is the first one that really gives it away. Get the car sideways, slow it down without the throttle, get on the brakes. Some people have talked about the handbrake being critical, but there's only one guy in the top 10 that uses handbrake to make it, and that little bit of research I think was done by Damo, was it? There's only one guy of any sorts that uses the handbrake, and he's quick, but the handbrake is not that essential. You'll gain more by using off power on the throttle, slow the car down, more than when you're sideways. Come off the throttle, dab the throttle just a little bit to get the car round. If you get your entry timed correctly, you'll make massive gains. As you can see, I put the car into too much of a sideways slide before entering this lap. You can see what the big difference is between today and Friday, whatever day it was when we were doing laps. No red laps. Tapping up to 5th when it bogs, just back down into 4th just to promote some more acceleration. They're a long way behind on this one. Let's see what we can catch up if we find this technique correctly here. Mega slow. Can catch anything up. That's where I want the car, right round that blue line. Keep the shortest route possible. Seems to be the way in this circuit. My opinion only, of course, I mean. I'm a slow dude. In with a 10th. Come on. 2/10 back. If we can get the run up the hill here. Want the car to be pointing up the hill when we accelerate. We want it to be in a straight line. Could have kept the throttle down a bit longer there. We lost 3/4 of a second as I backed out the throttle. Could have kept that forward momentum. I was trying to hug that inside line to try and shorten the route. If we can do that again here. Keep the car pointing down the hill. And let it run away. Car in, sliding in third. Don't touch. Didn't touch, thankfully. So we're going to get into a routine where we're just slamming, exploring laps, trying to struggle through. Thankfully, we are not hitting the red bits. We are progressively just finding that fastest line. We're going blue on occasion. Lost 1/4 of a second through there. See if we can get this right again. We're 1/4 of a second down here. Lost 1/2 a second immediately on turning. Got to get the car aimed into that gap and driven straight into it. Need the car to have acceleration and grip. Ooh, we're just going to hit that ball. Yes, we are. First red lap. Not bad. Let's go and save that fastest lap. I think that's a decent effort. 1:39.827. 1:39.540. 945th. 1:39.827. 0.5% to go. Up into 9th, just above Ollie. We're on our way. Damo, who was in just a little while ago, is pushing the top. Where's your lap, Seth? Az is up there. Seth has a different name, doesn't he, on YouTube and probably on here. Bit there. Can't remember. What's your other username, Seth? Come on. JB's in there as well. You're one of them. The Rapid's there, just ahead of us. What is the target time? 1:39.385. There, it put us into 5th place if we can get there. So, 1/2 a second. I'm sure we can do this. Oh, I should have changed the ghost, should I? I should have. That makes sense. It's ethanol 6 on the game. Understood, my friend. Understood. No ghost, if you notice. The bug is in effect. Can't start the ghost. I'm gonna have to exit out and get one. There's frustration that the bug appears. Slightly annoying. So how many people are gonna get gold on this? I wonder if Sam could push on and potentially get himself that trip to the Netherlands. Being in 20th place or whatever he's in, he could actually push on and get that. I know he's got the skills. Let's set it. Ghost. That one. Don't have to change any other settings, do we? Actions. No, it still does it. Somebody's told me that I just need to reset the ghost when I'm in game and it'll come back, but I've never seen that happen. Really does stick in 4th gear. 5th gear it bogs down as well. I always change up for 7th, it isn't there. Hello, wall. Oh, there's the first of the red laps. Trying to battle my way into there again and just overcooking it. I've got to find a lift-off point rather than a braking point. It's a lift-off point, the point at which you lift off and enter the corner. That's... But it's also one of those, I think you need to stay quite tight to the right-hand wall. I could change that line in there a bit. Lost that line there, didn't I? I didn't get that very well. In case anybody's wondering, the wheel seems to be now 100% satisfactory and fixed. The update last Monday. I've had a week of unfaltered, unfettered issues with the wheel. It's been absolutely fabulous. It's the wheel I've been expecting and anticipating. Today I unplugged it from the powered USB adapter, and I plugged it directly into the back of the PlayStation now, so it's all functional. It hasn't cut off, it hasn't stopped, it hasn't bugged out. It is actually doing everything it's supposed to do. And now I can focus on really getting my preferred settings set up in it. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's really nice now. It feels everything that it's supposed to be. It makes my blooming shoulders hurt now. Things with Fanatec. Well, Fanatec is now exists as an organisation, but it's part of Corsair. Corsair managed to buy it at a reduced price because the liquidation process in Germany under the European laws. So Fanatec, the original company, was liquidated and all of its assets were liquidated, so that was all complete financial loss. The company name continues though, because the rights to everything were bought with the acquisition by Corsair. So the brand continues. There's obviously work going on. There's people obviously back now working at Fanatec because they're actively producing new driver sets, etc. They've actually got a program of drivers being worked on. Fixes are actively being worked on, which is great. I don't think that's completely old news. But it is good to see the organisation moving along and get back on its feet. What we need to see now are some new product launches and redevelopment work going on. That'll show things are being invested in, and they're working on existing and older platforms to get them back to where they need to be, and they're starting development for the future. Because as it looked, everything was stopped in terms of development, and the customer service side of things, I don't believe it stopped. If you had a warranty problem, that was all being handled. The only thing that wasn't really on with was any ongoing factors that needed investment. So Fanatec as an organisation, 100% on the way again, pretty much on the way to being settled in, just like any other company that's now part of Corsair, say, so Elgato, etc, etc. And don't expect any LED lights and flashy funky things in new Fanatec gear. There is no plans to incorporate Fanatec into the Corsair way of LEDs. But what I can tell you what is under development, if you are a Fanatec user and you find the whole Fanatec app and Fanalab to be a pain in the backside, work has gone on and it is underway now to amalgamate both the Fanatec app and Fanalab into the same software. So we'll get away with 2 downloads and you'll have one. There'll be one app to keep updated. At the moment, that is a tremendous amount of work being done because the reasons behind it are the Fanalab element. So the bit that ties the game development to controls, So Fanatec basically send a pack to the game developers, and that tells the game developers everything they need to know about Fanatec equipment and how it works with the game. They don't send them proprietary information that says this is how the system works and this is how it's developed. They just tell the software development house how to connect those controllers to their game. They have to have two separate pieces because they don't want to share that proprietary information, the stuff that makes the stuff tick. Which I can understand, they wouldn't want to do that, but I wonder why any other company doesn't have two sets of software. Like Logitech, they just have G Pro or the G Hub, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember what its official name is. I do have it, and I'm having problems with it a minute because I can't get my wheel to work, my other wheels to work on my PC correctly. However, the reason there's two bits of software is purely because Fanatec have not disassociated Fanalab with all the gear that comes with it. So they're trying to make a single app that's going to communicate everything to the end user and everything to the software house, which they are finding quite to be a chunk of work to do because of the way things are built. So as I understand it, Fanalab will go away and the Fanatec app will remain, but it containing all the elephants of Fanalab. And if you didn't understand any of that, I can't explain it again. Not while I'm driving. But it's probably worth a video, isn't it? Yeah. At the moment, there's like a whole chunk of stuff to do when you get your Fanatec gear. So we touched the wall. We'll keep going though because we've got some speed and we're still learning. You've got firmware for every bit of kit. So for example, the steering wheel is its own piece of equipment. It's got its own brain, it's got its own intelligent element that can be programmed, it can be wiped, it can be synchronized with the base. So there's a driver for the wheel, there's a driver for the base, and there's a driver for the pedals. So I believe I can connect anybody's gear lever or handbrake or sequential shifter to my hub on the back of this wheel, but only the Fanatec stuff can be adjusted with it, which makes sense. I'm not saying it to say anything else, but each bit of Fanatec equipment has its own driver. So when it comes to getting a firmware update, you update the base unit, then you disconnect the wheel, then you connect the wheel, and it updates your wheel. And it will tell you whether it needs you to disconnect the pedals or reconnect the pedals, and it will do an update and a restart and whatever. So it's all a little bit complex for Fanatec and the way they've got things set up. And I think over the next year we'll start to see under Corsair a real simplification of how the Fanatec apps and the Fanatec equipment starts to work. Because it's the one thing that really has left me a little bit stumped as to how technical it is to get it all updated and how we end up with these errors in the firmware or whatever, and then the arguments backwards and forwards with Palofida Digital about why the wheel that's 100% supposed to be geared up and set up for GT7 and it actually doesn't work, and it's just a little bit of a misnomer really. But I suppose that really did show where Fanatec were at the time, so I don't think we can kick them around too much for not being on top of everything, considering their boss was spending all their money and trying to convince people that was the way to go. Need to start making positive inputs again. Start heading towards a 39. There is a 39, but just a tenth and a half slow. The car going backwards into the wall, and I'm sure 100% don't need to be going reverse entry into that corner. Definitely not. One gear change lost us a tenth of a second then. We lost 1.5 seconds, 0.15 of a second, a tenth and a half. Just changing into fourth gear. Coming off the hill. I'm not following that tight line again around the corner, am I? On gear. I guess I'm trying the rinse it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it technique again. Ah, shish kebab. That's knackered this next lap. This is frustrating bit. We've got 4 days to get this. I suppose really we've only got Monday and Wednesday after this to, maybe Thursday, to really try and make any inroads. Shame we touched that wall coming through that final corner, because this is setting up well. Damo. First corner, after going down to fourth and the car sideways, going to fifth gear and playing the accelerator back up to fourth for the rest of the corner. Lots of time there. You see, yeah, because I've been doing it the other way around. I've been changing down to fourth, pushing it into fourth, slowly getting up to the side because I'm scared of hitting the back of the car into the outer wall. So fourth, then back to fifth and drive it out. Okay, interesting. Got the man at the top of the tree. Here where I'm losing time. I can't get the car to the right point at the right speed. It just messes up the second half of the lap. After earlier really getting it right and getting the car to really accelerate through this second half, I've just kind of lost it. But if I can give myself the slingshot from the first corner, that would be tremendous. But let's see what we can do. Damo says down to fourth and back up to fifth. Drive it round the corner. Touching the wall. That's what happens when I do that. I can't control the car slide in fifth gear. I need it to be in fourth. I was doing that all the other day. I just need to get it right and get frustrated with being in fifth gear, or getting frustrated with making so many red laps. That's the problem. Or it was the problem. Too fast in there, I've mistimed that. Lost half a second because I couldn't get the car to go forwards. It was just going sideways. I need a drink. I am thirsty. I'm warm as hell. Probably need to open a window. Try not to knock my glass off. Let the car slide away from the wall. Needs to be fourth gear off the bottom there. We need to do exactly the same sort of thing as we're doing out of turn 1, or emulating to do out of turn 1. This will slow down with no brakes. Too much sideways. Come on. Too many red laps. Just box down back to fourth. Yeah, understood. Got the gearing wrong there, didn't I, completely? Maybe I need to go back to fourth a bit earlier than I'm doing in turn 1. Just watching that timer tick up, I didn't get the speed out of that final corner. Lost control of the car there. Can't just keep doing those laps knowing it's red. Have to do the restart thing. It'll lose the optimal, but what can you do? Can't just keep thrashing laps. I have to get turn 1 right, and this is where the frustration comes in, and probably time to turn it off for half an hour and do something else and come back to something else. But I always seem to make one gain in the first sort of half hour and then get stuck in a rut and not really go anywhere else for the next hour until I come back the next day. It's really is strange how progression works here at this test. I've already caught up, look. If we had the timer, it would be telling us just how much we've made up. But we've made up probably half a second. I've hit the wall just at the critical point. I was just chasing those ghosts in then. I could have really refined this corner. Here's what you could have won. Been somewhere close. Yeah, 100% get it, Damo. 100%. I felt it. I've seen it. Trying to use third gear to drive it through the corner in a more controlled manner. I seem to get more traction in third. See if we can do it again. Need to get closer to that wall to drive it out, don't we? But we're doing okay. Not as close as we were last time, but if we can still pick up and use that same technique. Two in the bed, two in the red. Are you looking forward to Bullseye coming back? Paddy McGuinness. We were much closer then. We messed up that final exit. Did okay there. That was a good effort, 3/4 of the lap. Yeah, it's coming back. Paddy McGuinness is supposedly filming trailer episodes right now. Too many gear changes. Same as me. I only see it on the junky web pages that I load up when I'm at lunch. Junky news pages, like MSN homepage kind of thing. Or a barbecue or a doll's house for your kids. What was the one I saw the other day? A punch bowl with 12 serving cups. Silver serving tureen for a punch bowl with 12 little metal handled serving cups, and it's like, oh, you know, the type that's very 70s blooming house party. They're tremendous. Lost all that time coming out the bottom of that corner. Couldn't get the car to go the right direction. There'd be a family car occasionally, or a speedboat, wouldn't there? Potluck. No different. I mean, my missus likes to watch The Chase. And I'm forever swearing at The Chase on TV because the price just isn't enough. They're not giving people enough of a shot. You know, they frighten good payers out the money by not giving them a massive prize pot to go to, and I don't think the prize is enough. What's the other one my missus watches? It's like a 2-penny push machine at the pier. Yeah, just what every housewife dreamed of, exactly. It was back in the day. Austin Allegro with a miniature caravan or a trailer tent. That was another one. But the Chase prize money is pretty pathetic for the size of the program. I mean, give everybody a shot at going for 100 grand. Not offering the best players minus money. Just get to the end, so they're going to attempt to win 3 grand that the other fellas brought forward. It's rubbish. Tipping Point, that's the one. Scampi, you don't watch that, do you? No. No. Tipping Point is the one. That money's rubbish on the Tipping Point. They take it away. Some of the money that the guys lose, what they've won, and they don't carry forward, and they get knocked out. They don't take that money. They should do. It's prize pot that they've won. The only person that takes home money is the person that actually wins the show, which I think that show should give it up. It's on when you have your dinner, right? Okay, that's what it is. Just on the wall on the telly. That's what it is. Yeah. You know. And you got your rollers in. Yeah, we know. Your pinny on. I go and sit down in the front room and watch it occasionally with the missus when I get home from work. I'd rather that though than bloody Emmerdale, Coronation Street and EastEnders. They're absolute trash. They're not like back in the day when you had Cell Block H to watch. It was pure million, wasn't it? Well, what was it? 1,500 quid, 3,000, 7,500, 15,000, 30,000, whatever it was. It used to double or go up quite significantly. Only 7 questions, wasn't it? Get 7 questions right, £1,000,000 quid. Need a dude in the audience to cough for you. Haven't hit that wall in a long time. What was the best we did there? 140, 186. But look at the optimal, 139,375. Yeah. Sorry. See. Yeah, that one. The optimal is good enough. We just need to hit that optimal. We know the line's there, so let's get on with it and do it. We need to stop dicking about. Get on with it. It looks really good, the three cars parallel drifting the same corner all at once. The two ghosts and me in parallel astern, it looks really good, but Christ is it rubbish. No, I didn't, mate. I know the result, because I was watching it on the text. Because I was interested in where I was going to be with my fantasy league team, and I think I've gone back to the top of the table today. I was a little bit too cagey out there, just a little bit slow. Could have got to the throttle earlier, I think. Hitting that 140.1 as my fastest lap quite often. It's close. Better one. That's the best line out yet. I double changed the gear, but it doesn't matter. Still within touching distance. You still make up 2/10, we know that. Lost a lot of time round there. Don't know why that got down to second gear. It should have been in third. Getting the gears wrong. It's slowly getting there, isn't it? Yeah. Using the lift off to slow the car is where it needs to be. Marginal gains all the time. Marginal. Don't it? It's here. Right, let's go and save that lap. I'm alright with that, you know. It's pushing along. It's creeping down to where it needs to be. We know we've got the optimal, but it's just increasingly slow. We're so close to overtaking Ollie. But just need that half a second. 0.4 of a second now, innit? 385, 498, so it's 0.42. Yeah, I think we're alright with that, aren't we? No, it's the wrong ghost, so I've got to restart. If we load the ghost up now, will it mess up? You see how we've brought it down. 43, 41, 41. Down to the 39s, and we just knocked off 0.03, which, in all fairness, it isn't a massive chunk, is it? It doesn't scream masses of success, but we will find that route to success. Twonk. No ghosts. Let's hope. Let's hope we can just put one together in the next half an hour with a constructed effort to actually try and get there. Warm up those tyres first. With lots of spin. Yes, Lee. I just don't know how to do that. Get the tyre warmers on, pop them, won't they, because of all the nails coming out of it. Load that ghost. Another half a second will get us into like the top 500, which would be decent. Second around the corner, third gear to accelerate out, third gear into this one, but you want it driving forward, not sliding left. Sixth gear before the line is good. Son of dog. I noticed my ghost is actually braked way before it should do on turn 1. Well, that's a very important tip. Lemon sherbet, lemon sorbet. I do have counter steer on, yes sir. I'm faster with the counter steering on than I am off. I can't control the car into corners without it on. I can't get it to go the way I want it to go. Can't get it to go anywhere at the moment. didn't use as it felt. Counterintuitive on snow, but all good. Well, the advice I got at I was going to run without it today, but as I started, the advice I got was that somebody was watching Sam's video, and Sam believes that counter steer is works very well here. It works better than you would expect. So I know when you said don't use it the other day, I've tried to, and I spent probably 2 hours thrashing around the track, red lap, red lap, red lap, red lap. I've put it on tonight, and I've done 10 consecutive laps without any reds, and then did another 8 consecutive laps, probably 2. Oh, shish caboodle. With 2 red laps, and then now I'm really starting to fight for it. I'm back to red lap, red lap, red lap, red lap again, because I've gained my confidence and I'm trying to get the car to go where it goes. But I think it's a horses for courses things. And I don't know what you mean by counterintuitive in the respects of what it does. Counter steer will cut your throttle to keep the car as straight as you can get it, or tries to keep it inside a certain angle. And what you need here is for the car to be kind of aimed down the exit line, you know. And if you've got the car angled but not particularly angled, you are going to be driving in the sort of direction you want the car to go. So I fully understand what you mean by it probably works against you, with knowing how it's made and how it's set up and how it aims to assist. But in terms of how it helps you to drive the car, it does massively aid where you're going to point the car and where you want it to go. Look at how much quicker that Ghost was there. Should have been on the throttle a bit earlier. It was just 2/10 down on. Oh, you slippery dog. Look how close we are there. The making of the perfect lap. Oh, we just lost it. Yeah. It's kind of working. I've got the feel for it. I just need to... I've got the optimal where it needs to be. I know what I need to do. Now a question of just making it happen, and then getting the... Seb, create yourself a European account, my friend. If you want to have a go at it, create another account. You don't need anything because the car's gifted to you. Create a European account and you can have a go. All you need to do is find a postcode from the UK, and away you go. I'm doing well, Inspector Seb, thank you very much. But if you want to go at it, it's easy to do. Like I say, you don't need all the cash in the bank because all you need is a European account. No, for the game. A second login for the game, like a family member account, but create it as European. It will be a PSN account in that respect, won't it? Yes. Sorry, I was driving and thinking at the same time. You don't have to pay a second PSN fee because you're using the family account. Yeah, you can get a go at it for the last 4 days, my friend. Yeah, I've done that, yeah. Gold by 3/10, I think. But with another week to go at it, I thought I'd come here and try and improve this. Only took me half an hour, about 20 laps or so. Oh, you slug! Yeah, I used the rental because I found the owned car was just slippery. No, I'm silver for this. I'm just 0.43 away. Less than half a second now. I've got the optimal down. I can do an optimal that's gold. Look, 139.481. I just need to... No, you don't need to. You use the rental. The rental's fast enough. The advice I got was traction control 2. It gives you the stability out of the acceleration phase. And it worked. I got it within 20 laps easy. Just chase your ghost and you'll get it. Improve on improve on improve, and I say you don't need to buy the Aston, it's all rental car. Oh, you did a 27.6, okay. You did it, cool. Good on you, my man. If I'd have just kept the throttle in just a little bit longer, it would be a step to the left and then a jump to the right. Put your hands on your hips. Blown this by half a second there. Do this, come on. Half a second. Come on, you little fighter. Oh, it's terrible. We lost a quarter of a second coming out of there. That's absolutely shocking. Come on, Widow. Ah, come on. Look at that optimal. That's my fastest optimal yet. Tried third gear around then to try and hold the inside apex, but it didn't work. And we lost all that speed because we didn't have the momentum. $139.286 the optimal now. Gone red, little bugger. Look at the blue time at the bottom. Look where we are. Oh, Jesus. This optimal's going to get smashed into a 38, I would think. I was in the wrong gear. I thought I was in third. That would have been almost it. That would have been almost in. $138.919. think we've done it. I think we're just outside. I think we're 0.006 outside. Holy sugar bug. So the big loop near the end of the lap, turning nearly 5th, car almost facing the snow mound, drop to 4th as you pass the first light, second lighting pole on the right, don't drop to 4th. Thank you, Seb. I think that's just outside, gold. I think that's just outside, but the 38.919 on the optimal is, we're 0.11 away. We are so close. So close. We've got this. We know we can. Up to 7th. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. What is the gold? What is it? 385. So he's moved the time, hasn't he? Because 420 was in the gold. So we need to find a 10th and a bit. A 10th and a bit, and we're there. We're doing okay. Thank you very much for the support, chaps. The tips are brilliant. Oh, I've not loaded the ghost. I'm going to have to exit all the way out now. I think we're close. It's just a matter of refining that 10 laps at a time. But it's really is repetition. Repeat, repeat, keep going. Try it, repeat, find something, work on something. Find that line. Listen to what the guys are telling you. This is what I've got to do. Listen to what you're being told. Think about it, find it, chase that ghost down. Repeat, rinse, repeat. Which is easy said and done. But we did that red lap just a smidgen before it and then we repeated it. There's fast ways in here. There's also slow ways out. Just as you start to feel the car to bog, that's when you change back up. No worries, Olive, you take care. Bonne nuit. Ah. Merci beaucoup. I can tell you what he said there. He said, "Bon night, good night to you also." That's what that says. I failed French GCSE 3 times. I got a D 3 times in a row. I'm okay with the spoken. I just can't think fast enough on my feet to make it make sense. I'm okay with directions and getting a loaf of bread. But look for this second lighting pole. I don't see where that is. 1, 2. Oh, I see. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, it felt good at the second lighting pole. Took too long a line in there. We F that up. Big time. It went down to 3rd gear for whatever reason. 6th. Okay. I counted from when I saw the first one. Now in my eyes that was probably miles away. 6th. I don't know where the first one is. I'll have to have a look. Hello. A 140.098, the optimal. Which is no good at that point, but a 138 with that optimal. Let's see what we can do. Oh, 15 minutes left of this bad boy. Click the old rev gear changer again. You had to cut the angle. Rubbish. I've lost it. I've forgotten what I'm thinking about. Forgotten what to think about. Got to compose myself, get it back together. No idea where to start counting them from. Not got it. Not got it. Just a 10th outside. Slug. Just a 10th away from beating what is currently our best. That's 2/10, just under, just over 2/10 away from the total target. 2/10. All we're thinking. Yeah, understood. I tried the third gear thing, it wasn't working. Fourth gear, nice and tight, round that apex. It's a long, windy apex, so there's a lot to go at. There's a lot of places to make mistakes, so we'll get there. Might not be today, might be tomorrow, but soon, and for the rest of your life. This is close. It's there! It's there! 386, is that close enough? I think that's probably... It's bang on and it's silver! It's 001 away! Oh! Oh, man alive. You couldn't write it, could you? You couldn't write it. 001. Oh, I've got to see the funny side of that because I genuinely know that felt really, really good. And yeah. That was excellent. Let's see if we get the ghost, see if we have to restart. It's 11:51. It's almost the end of the day. It's actually like 1 o'clock in the morning here because clocks changed last night. And therefore, we had an extra hour in bed. We haven't got any ghosts. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 001. And there's never any chance of the time going backwards, is there? Never any chance. Never any chance. The time will never ever increase. They're not going to disqualify the top guy and bring me in, are they? Not going to do it. Disqualified because he's got an American account. Last corner, let third gear rev out longer to 75. Getting bogged down in fourth. Yeah, I never know whether to be going third or fourth at that point. But corned beef pasties are Brit, so there's no chance of that. Unless he's an American in disguise. Should be epic. Never gonna happen. All I needed to do was have that little bit more acceleration, as Damo points out. That would have been the difference. Oh, and welcome, Iceman. Don't often see you stick up a comment in the live thread, live chat. So, welcome to the channel on live, and thank you very much for your support. Iceman is one of our longest supporters, so it's great to see him on the live stream. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, buddy. Hope you're well. Yeah, just relax and watch it unfold. It might just happen. You never know. Good night, Seth and On. You take care, buddy. Sleep well, rest well. See you on the next one. Yeah, I'm not so bad, mate. Ticking along. World is disappearing very, very fast as I see it. Age is accelerating away, and the years are flying past quicker than anyone can imagine. And now we're trying to make the most of what we've got. Eight weeks to Christmas. 8 weeks. Did you notice we didn't go red when we hit the top wall? We went red when we hit the side wall. Unless what we hit was just the wobble knob. Looks like just 2 more laps. Wonder what would have happened if we'd have revved it out in 3rd gear. That should have been 4th. It double changed down, much to my dislike. Oh, it is extremely difficult. There's only like 500 people got gold. It's not required as much commitment and dedication as the time trial around the Nürburgring in the Honda 2 years ago, but this is a whole different type of challenge overall. I'm not going to say it's more of a time challenge. More of a target practice than anything else. Just losing it in the middle section. 12:01. Just one more lap then. I feel I'm losing it a little bit here. We're not really targeting the appropriate line, and we're messing about here a bit as well. Is it only 11 o'clock? My clock is... I've not reset my clock, have I? Got another hour then. This is close. Just outside. No, it's not midnight. I haven't reset my clock. What a fool. Okay, that's cool. I'm alright with that. I thought time was going very fast. Thought it was just down to me having the extra hour in bed. Another hour then. Happy days, that makes up for it. Yeah, I've not hit 75 yet. I've always been over the 75. Look where those two blooming ghosts are, so close together. Now my mistake there was keeping my toe in. I should have backed out a little bit there and let the car just slow under its own power. That would have kept us on point a little bit better. Stop messing about. He said, all I'm trying to do is get within 0.9 of that ghost. All I've got to do. And it's going to happen. One of these laps in this next hour. Oh, stonky. Need a drink. Need a drink. I thought all our European friends had gone to bed. It was coming up to midnight. Because they normally go to bed at midnight, which will be like 1 o'clock. So I thought that was appropriately the right time. Come on, let's do it. 0-0-1 away. Who could have asked for more? Who could have asked for better? Just a little push, that's all we need. Good evening, Mike. Welcome. Not close enough. Damn. That looked so good from halfway around the lap. Let the car slide far too much through there. Didn't keep the power down and the direction of turn going. Too much lifty throttle. I don't think there's much chance of gaining half a second. We're losing tenths at the minute. Down this hill here, there's an element of lift the throttle and let the car turn itself, but you've got to have the power down to be able to get the run out of the corner. Look how close those two ghosts are following that. Same similar line. And third gear letting it rev seems to not have the pull. Spinning in third doesn't seem to be doing what I wanted it to do. I'm going to try in fourth gear next time from a slightly slower speed, because it just seems to be bouncing the rev limiter. to read that. Just so you can visualize what I've been saying, my fast lap is shared in my page. Now, I'm 001 away, and I appreciate going to watch people's laps can be beneficial. I'm 0.001 away. I've watched somebody's lap, don't know whose it was, 5th guy in the world at the time. I've seen what I need to do. If I watch other people's laps, this channel isn't me doing it. And that's really what it needs to be about. I appreciate what you're trying to say. I like the guidance, but I don't really want to break away for 15 minutes and go and watch a video and then not be able to come back and repeat it. It would just feel a defeat. So I'm trying to do it as me, but I'm 001 away. All I have to do is finish just a millisecond ahead of my last time. Trying to repeat my lap is extremely difficult. Trying to follow what I'm doing is extremely hard. And I know you guys that have done it, it is extremely hard. But in terms of translating what I visually see into what I can do is a whole different thing. So whilst I'm thrashing it away, it seems, I have learnt a tremendous amount from the input you've given. You see, this isn't a bollocking or a retort. This is just an explanation for just in case somebody is watching that is new to the channel. I am not the fastest guy on the planet. I'm not a racing driver by any means. I don't have any accreditations in what I do. Just a guy who enjoys the game, enjoys racing games, enjoys playing PC games, PlayStation games. And I just felt at a point in time I could help people push the bed. And I've found a sort of way for me to conquer challenges. And it is basically repeat until you get better. Hone your skills, get faster. And based on probability, based on the mathematics of fact, we can always improve on everything we do. So the situation we're in today, we're 001 away from gold on what I think a lot of people would consider to be one of the hardest time trials we've probably had. And all I need to do is just beat that ghost one more time. There's a song in there somewhere. And it's probably frustrating for people watching saying, come on, just get it done. It isn't genuinely as easy as that. A, because I can't drive the same lap twice here. Car's just bogged down there where it felt it had. And I should have been in bed 16 minutes ago because it's like past midnight. I haven't set my clock back. It's so close. Twonk. Absolute twonk. I lost that in the last corner. Don't hit the wall, you bastard. Ah. Close, 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 close. Yeah, you go. Definitely. 0-0-1 away. Now is the time to have a break. I've just hit the wall again. Great lap almost, yes. I'm going to forget everything, but frankly, when I come back to the challenge, I've sometimes always beat my old record. And here's the thing, I've said it tonight already. I can do it for half an hour and set a lap. And then I'll go away and come back a day later, and in half an hour I'll beat it again. And that's what I've been doing for the last week. But tonight, we have the opportunity to just slip it in for a better time. We've only got to do it once. Just the once, and we have the chance to do it. It's here, right in front of us. And I couldn't get the car to turn in then. Just couldn't get it to rotate. But yeah, it's a good comment, Igor. It is a good tip to do. Sometimes you have to go away and come back. But today, no cigar. This is going to be it. Now we've gained this extra hour that I didn't know about. Intelligent clock, I thought. Exactly, Scampy, exactly. I see where you're going. We've just got to slip it in one more time. I've just forgotten how to enter this corner now. Trying to do it too fast. I've just fallen apart. Come on. I was annoyed with sliding into that wall just sideways. We were there, we were up. Come on, we know what we're doing. We're there. I messed that entry up by not having fifth gear. It's always one more lap. Always one more lap. It's always don't hit the wall, don't hit the wall. I've got to accept that little bog in fourth, I think. I've got to accept that. Shit the bed. We're going to have 10 minutes of effing about with turn 1. Come on. Let's get that lap in. Just trying to perfect it and it's just sliding away. Fifth gear just doesn't have the drive. So I've got to do it slightly better. That's why I describe it as target practice. You're aiming for a particular part of the track all the time. There's gates that you've got to try and hit, and you've got to be within those gates, and it's not... It's an accuracy test, I think, is the right way to describe it, rather than a precision... Is it a precision test? Definitely not a speed test. The speed test comes with the accuracy. But it's only this challenging because somebody's gone that fast. A guy called Corned Beef Pasty has absolutely flown this. And complete fairness to his name, which is absolutely brilliant. It's another one of those good names that only lives on the internet. Hold on to your testicles, chaps. This is going to be a good one. We're in. We're in by an absolute sinking mile. We knew it would happen. A little bit of confidence, a little bit of faith, a little bit of hard work. We're on our way. Appreciate all the support, all the encouragement, all the helpful advice. We haven't done it. 3 off Streamlabs. We haven't done it the second time round, but 39,142. Happy days. Oh, boys and girls, we don't have to do that again. We don't have to do that again. Unless some knob end comes and improves that time. Top 500 achieved. Corned beef widow. Top 4 of the friends list, and we've leapt up the charts, which is pretty okay. Pretty okay. What did you deleted message? What did Scampy say? Oh, it wasn't anything particularly rude. It was just the caps. Yeah. No, thank you very much, folks. That is an absolutely tip-top result. I'm well chuffed with that. 392. So we're right at the very bottom of page 4. But I reckon we can go faster. That's the weird thing. I don't think Jeddah can. But there we go. In terms of the friends list, the top 5, which is where it should be, really, isn't it? Really is where it should be. Only got a second and a half to go faster to beat Sam. That's never happening. Never happening. But that is what did we set out to achieve today? As we always do every time. What do we achieve? Triple gold. With half an hour to go on the... Well, we're actually half an hour late according to my clock, but just one more lap. Yeah. I know, Scampy, that's the problem. Another half second would really work well there, wouldn't it? What would we think? I've had a 38 in the what's it called? Optimal. We've had a 38 on the optimal. I don't think we need to smash our brains out on this. I really don't think we do. But I'm happy with that. Top 500 is really where I'm comfortable with. That's kind of good with that. It's got to be 500 streamers, hasn't there? Somewhere along the way. Is there? Maybe is. Or is there 20? I don't know. Never thought about that. I see 400 people streaming on Twitch on occasion. All sorts of things. But, oh man alive, I'm well chuffed with that. Lake Louise, happy. Right, we're going to finish off Sunday the right way. We're going to earn some credits. I don't think I want to smash more laps around there. Although, I think I should take the BMW for a spin. Because the BMW is not really comfortable, is it? Look. I'm only 0.19 away from losing gold. So we should possibly try and improve here by just a smidgen, shouldn't we? Sensible thing to do, because this one finishes first. And we're 7,000th in the worldage, or whatever it is. Default needs to be the one, counter steer on. And settings, ghost. $898. Let's see if we can just improve this a smidgen. I don't know what our need more engine noise. We've lost gold being closer than this, being further away than this, should I say. I think it's braking on the 150, isn't it? Yeah, we're braking on the 150 for turn 1. Okay, we made it. We had faith. That's the one, Scampster. We haven't straddled some sausages in a while. We can't drive it like that. We have to be more controlled. This car likes to be controlled. Just don't put your left-hand wheel on the right-hand curb. Sausage. It's got the grip. It doesn't need a massive amount of encouragement, this car. It just needs hustling. No, again, the amount of change that you've got to go from one car to the next is tremendous. On the 150. I think we only did a dozen laps on this car to get the gold the other day. We then went to try and use our own car and we realised we didn't have one. The one we've got's got an engine swap. Who said we weren't on snow? Yeah. That's probably what we need to do turn 1. This won't be a gold. This won't be an improvement, will it? No. No. Don't understand that. Had to brake harder, I think. Ew, why is that doing that? Weight distribution and weight balance. We don't have brake balance. I'll get it. I want to watch that ghost drift all the way around that corner. That's what I'm here for. I don't feel I'm going fast enough through there. I need to do it my way. Unfortunately, my way is kind of uneducated and abrasive and like a bull in a china shop, but I think I need to be way more aggressive into one. And the rolling thing isn't working for me in my head. Although it's probably exactly the right thing to do. Third gear just doesn't have the acceleration out the corner. I can't get it to. Of course, yeah, counter steer needs to be on Scamster. Counter steer is the rapid recipe to progression. Counter steer stops what's experiencing there. Counter steer stops that back end. Supposed to. Counter steer is supposed to aid you coming out of corners. No. I'm not giving myself a fair chance here. I'm trying to go too fast and I'm not following the process. Trying to make out it's easy to follow the ghost and do what we're doing from a cold start. Yeah, that gear change is a pain, isn't it? I think we've got to grin and bear it and go for third, as Damo says, but I've got to feel my way in. The drift in the yellow Beamer was the fastest way through that corner. It looks like I'm following a pair of Rover 200s. It must be that low level wing that is making me think that. Rover 200 SLIs. Appreciate there's only a certain few who would recognise the back of that car, and you have to be a certain generation. But at this distance it looks like Rovers. We're bloody slow. Right, third gear, as Damo says. Let's work our way into it. back in the day, I took 2 front seats out of a Rover 200 SLI, leather Recaros, and put them in a Mini. They were lovely. Smooth. What we have to be. Smooth. Yep, agreed, Mike, agreed. It just felt horribly slow with no acceleration at all, and it's just about tuning the brain, not forgetting we've just come from a 100-mile-an-hour rally car going sideways everywhere. And we're trying to change into a, is it a 97 or something daft? A 2000s BMW with rear-wheel drive and just absolutely no traction. It's going to take a few laps for the brain to adjust. Understood, amigo. Understood. When he says abuse that inside curb, I don't think he means beat it. I think he means ride it. The back end's just gone on me. Let's practice that. Let's practice that hairpin. We found we can abuse that corner. Means ride it. He does. Unlike the sausage curb, which we're straddling, he means ride the curb. It's got to be a little bit smoother. Oh, we can use that runoff on that curb, can't we? We're not going to get anywhere near 5th, are we? No. There's the 3/10 that Mikey was talking about. We need to change gear before the rev limiter would out. You stupid boy. Come on, this time. Donkey nose. Let's have you. Do we think Lake Louise is going to move again? Will it move 0.25%? Corned beef's got to do a hell of a lot more than just that to knock us out, hasn't he? It's gone completely. I think it's unlikely it'll move quarter of a second now. I'm so glad we beat that 001 gap. That would have been so frustrating. No, you absolute cheese wedge. Itchy nose. It's better than... Well, I suppose it could be blue, couldn't it? But it would be blue if I followed through with what was actually coming out of my mouth. What was in my brain and lined up to come out. It could be blue cheese, I guess, but it would be extremely vulgar. I hope. I just need to get this to settle down coming through here. I think we need to be in a red car, slightly faster red cars. Blue waffle. I've never had a blue waffle. Now, all we have to do is drive it home. I don't think I've done it. I think I've just blown it by hesitating out of that corner. No, I won't do. I won't Google that. But we're inside. We've just done it. I suppose the blue waffle could be what comes with your ice cream in the Blue Oyster Bar. Maybe. Do Google, somebody says. Such an itchy nose for a late night. Are people still on the blue waffle Google? Are they intrigued and reading a lot? Looking at the pictures. Yellow car beats red car by half a bonnet by the looks of it. That was the only difference, half a bonnet. can't get that right. Feels horrible. You don't want to Google it. But somebody did. Like the 2 girls, 1 cup. You don't want to Google that either. 158.36. That hardly moves us. 158.10. We're not really making much of an impression, are we? We are actually improving. We're not a 10th up though yet. Got 7 more minutes left at this and it'll be 1 AM. Similar category, I thought it might be. Like Soggy Biscuit, isn't it? We don't need to talk about Soggy Biscuit. Yeah, we don't need to know that, do we? That's just way too far. Way too far, Mr. Scamster. The quad apex, it's 4th at 3, miss 3rd. Miss hit, miss, crash. No ghosts. Why does it do this to me every time? It hates me. It hates me. I think what's impressive is we've only done 230 odd mile today. 230 mile in 3.5 hours. Come on, Widow, wake up. I need to rent one. Don't own one. We'll go blue, because we're going to be up against a yellow one, aren't we? Oh, my stomach's shouting at me. Hungry. So we only went 0.060 faster than our previous time. We need to own an un-engine swap version of this. Yes, the red car and the blue car, but we're up against a yellow car. We know that that's blue ribboned, don't we? Eight weeks till Route 66. Can't wait. Couple of weeks off. Couple of weeks to be able to detune from everything we're doing. Leave you guys to have a Christmas in peace. Was it Milky Way? It might have been Milky Way. Your memory's better than mine. It was the Milky Way. That's how they finished the song, isn't it? Good old Blue, he took the Milky Way, so Blue did win. Blue's fastest car then. 8 blue Subarus though. Shame. No, don't do it. Oh, drive me through, man. Drive me through. You don't need to chase, just drive me through. Thank you. Donut. All Red wanted to do was stuff his face. They had something about prickly trees, didn't they? He ate everything he sees from the sky to prickly trees. And old Blue just took the Milky Way. Something like that. I'd have gone faster, yeah. I just touched the back wheel on the grass. Last lap. Last one, folks. And there won't be an extra one. It's the technical way of entering. Much skill was required to do that. Oh, there's got to be another one. There's got to be another one. That was a poor show. We have set about improving our time. Backwards. We actually went in forwards, didn't we? It was the 360 entry. There's got to be a name for that. A bit like skateboarding manoeuvre, you know. It was like a 360 no crash, whatever. That's the phrase, Mr. Scampster. Just one more. $8,500 RPM, just beneath 8,400 was the change point for me just then. I didn't see, I need to read that, I didn't see what happened in the F1. Max got 20-second penalty for twice taking Lando Norris off the track. So was he was he continuing to drive in the way that they're just having the discussion about that you shouldn't drive by using your car to block access to the track? As in, if he puts his car in a position where somebody else can't be in, then he gains superiority and is able to go on and take track position. Is that what he's been doing? I'm assuming the highlights are on or something now, so we could probably go and watch it. Right, just one more lap. I got distracted by the F1 chat. Look how far ahead the blue car was on entry. Now we're miles behind. I can't stand Max's driving. He has no respect for anybody else. He has no driving them off track. It communicates the wrong message to other racers. That it's acceptable and he can do it, but the rules have allowed him to do it. It was in Mexico about 4 years ago that he really demonstrated his real nasty, horrible side of racing. And then he tries to use it to his own advantage. Like, for example, when Lewis tried to counter that at Silverstone and put himself in a position where Mac was able to cut back and hit Lewis, and then blame Lewis for doing exactly what Max does. But it wasn't exactly what Max does. Lewis did it in a slightly different way. Lewis went to take the corner in the same way, but I don't know, we could argue till we're blue in the face which is the right one and which is the wasn't. So, I guess my question then is, what was the result of the race? Yes, they do. We all remember, I think we all remember Australia with Schumacher versus Damon Hill. Which, well, when that happened, that wasn't dealt with harshly enough, I'm afraid. But it's the born racer. It's the born racer in somebody that thinks, and I want to make this sound as respectful as possible, knowing the incident I've had recently. They have ultimate confidence. People with talent and skill, they have the ultimate confidence that they can do it. You know, and I can't knock that confidence. That is, in the words of a popular phrase, it's what makes a winner. It really does. Norris second, Max sixth. So that was Leclerc finished, did he? Or Sainz? Did Sainz the Ferrari win? Shit the bed. Why can't I turn into there? I've got to leave it at fourth, haven't I? It's going to be 1:10 before I complete a lap. I haven't completed a lap since we started talking about Formula 1. Christ. Could have just gone to bed. Yeah, I agree. I think there has to be that certain element, but translate that into what we're doing here. And I don't mean time trials, I mean playing the online game. It conveys entirely the wrong message, and I've experienced it in EA Sports, yeah, F1 Online. I've experienced it in what's the iRacing. People think they're entitled to the apex because they're faster. People think they're entitled to a position on the track because they're faster. First of all, you've got to have that position. And the second thing is, because you've got more talent, more ability, and you're a faster driver, doesn't give you that right to what you think you can have. The glaring one for me was Monza, turn 2 of the chicane, Lewis and Max. There was absolutely no room for Max on the apex of the second part of that first chicane. There was nowhere for him to go. But it was, I'm going to have that, or we're both out the race. Sainz worked Leclerc, that's good. That's good. And I'm guessing Russell and Hamilton 4th and 5th. I can't do this. I'm done. I can't focus. We're talking about F1 and I'm waffling. And it's the early hours of the morning and I've got to be on my way to work. So, top 6,700. All 3 golds, and we're happy. 100% agree with that, Damo. 100% agree. 100% agree. You know exactly what will happen. Yes. Yeah, Hamilton 4th, Russell 5th. Excellent. Still good effort. There we are, folks. 3 gold medals. That's where we finished up for today. We started with 1 gold, 1 silver, and nothing else. And that's where we are. And with that, massive shout out to every one of you. Even those people who are sat in the background listening, watching, taking it in. And to those people who have just joined, those people who have been around for a long, long time. Thank you very much for everything you do. Very much supporting me, and we'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Goodbye for now. Good night, folks.